Right, well, it's now been 1 week since Russian energy company Gazprom drastically reduced gas deliveries through its Nord Stream pipeline to Germany to just 20% of its normal flow. Russia says maintenance issues and Western sanctions are preventing it from pumping more gas. But Germany's Chancellor, Olaf Scholz, today accused Russia of blocking the delivery of a turbine destined for the pipeline. The turbine is now in Germany after being repaired in Canada. Inspecting the giant turbine, Scholz said it was working and ready to use once Russia requested it. Well, Scholz said Russia's claims of technical problems were not credible and said gas customers should expect more restrictions.
Für uns heißt das aber, dass wir verstehen müssen, sehr genau, dass es nicht
We need to understand that it is not enough to do everything right. In this difficult situation related to Russia's war in Ukraine, we must be clear that there can always be a pretext that leads to something not working. Technical reasons have allegedly also impacted gas exports to other European countries. There too, they were also incomprehensible.
All right, well, for more on this, let's bring in DW's political correspondent, Emmanuel Scholz. Emmanuel, good to see you. Should we consider Chancellor Scholz's visit to this turbine a big statement from him?
It is a big statement, and above all, Pablo, it shows you just how important this matter is, not only at a German level, but the international dimension of this, this turbine being put back in service or not. This turbine, in fact, is working just fine. There's no reason why it shouldn't be transported. That was the message from the Chancellor, so that was quite clear. And the delays don't come from the German side. That's what Olaf Scholz said, that there's no government decision that makes the transport of this turbine impossible, nor is there any technical issue on Siemens's side, no technical reasons whatsoever. That is what Olaf Scholz said. So the Chancellor does blame Russia for any delay incurring, and he insisted that the truth and facts were important at a moment where we witness a war that triggered this energy crisis, but a war that is not just happening on the Ukrainian front line, but that is also very much a global economic conflict at this stage.
Now, the Chancellor also announced a series of measures that deal directly with the energy crisis. What more can you tell us on those?
He did indeed. Aside from what we already knew, for example, the efforts that must be made by industries, companies and the population to save up as much energy as possible before the winter, Olaf Scholz also mentioned the importance of filling up the gas reserves and announced more aid packages for those who need it the most. For example, monthly financial support for low-income families. He talked about 30 billion euros that will be used to that effect.
Thank you, Emmanuel. DW's political correspondent, Emmanuel Scholz.